Address reason for agitation in Southeast Umahi tells federal government. The Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi, who is the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, has explained reasons behind his opposition to the agitations to break up the country in the region, being spearheaded by Nnamdi Kanu of the Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB). According to Umahi, dividing the nation into independent nations will not solve the problems, noting that the resources of the country were enough to cater for everyone and improve the lives of the people. Speaking at day 4 of the ongoing one-week fasting and prayer on security in the state at the International Conference Center in Abakaliki, Umahi, however, regretted that the resources were not being properly utilized by leaders of the nation, which he said creates hardship and imposes unnecessary suffering on the citizenry. He opined that it was the actions of the leaders and hardship in the country that were fueling the separatist agitation, because the promoters of the separations seriously think that a new country will give birth to a new set of leaders who will have the interests of the masses at heart. He expressed his belief in one united Nigeria and appealed to President Muhammad Buhari to look into the issues causing agitation in the zone and urgently address them for the interest of peace and unity of the country. In every agitation, there is a reason, he said. So, believing in a united Nigeria, the Ebonyi State Governor believed that Nigeria should look into the complaints of the people of the Southeast, owing to the fact that he doesn't believe in violence, nor believe in the notion that Nigeria should be divided, stating clearly that he believes in fairness, justice, equity for the Southeast and for other regions of Nigeria. Referring to the resources of the country, Umahi pointed out that it is enough to secure the future of our children if Nigeria dwells in peace, unity, fairness, and justice. He then added that all that is needed is for the leaders to change their hearts. Ebubeagu, PDP accuses Ebonyi governor of jumping gun. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has faulted the Southeast governors for setting up a regional security outfit codenamed Ebubeagu without a legal framework for it. The Zonal Working Committee, ZYC, of the party also asked its state chapter to fly the party's flag at half-mast in honor of victims of insecurity in the region. The party alleged that chairman of the Governors Forum in the zone, David Umahi of Ebonyi State, could turn Ebubeagu into a private militia to fight his political opponents. A communique released by the Zonal Publicity Secretary of the party, Elochukwu Okeke, noted that all progressive Congress government of Umahi has gone ahead to establish a security outfit in Ebonyi, with the attendant misgivings among the populace. According to the communique, the party categorically adopted the position that without the enabling laws establishing the security outfit currently being equipped and funded by Governor Umahi of Ebonyi State, the outfit is more or less a disguised personal militia. The group also warned that any attempt by Governor Umahi and, as a matter of fact, any other state government to witch hunt citizens and or PDP members using the militia disguised as Ebubeagu will be vehemently resisted using all necessary means within the ambient of known laws in Nigeria. The PDP also restated its resolve to conduct free and fair and credible governorship at primary in Anambra State, which I think they have done. PDP to Uzodinma, don't politicize Imo jailbreak. The national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Prince Uche Secondus, has warned Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma not to use the security situation in the state as a political witch hunt. Secondus, who spoke in an interactive session with journalists in Abuja, said what is happening was not peculiar to Imo State and therefore had nothing to do with politics. On this note, he pointed out it will be wrong for Governor Uzodinma and his team to begin to look for a scapegoat. The government has information about what happened, the PDP chairman said, adding that he doesn't believe any single individual is involved. According to him, information available to the PDP indicated that the governor is planning to arrest former governor of the state in connection with Imo jailbreak, but called on the federal government to intervene to avert bloodshed. So he said that it is important that President Muhammadu Buhari comes out and speak to the people in order to restore confidence. Having known that Owerri, the Imo State capital, is deserted, Secondo said it is not right at all. He stated that from their intelligence report that the government is aware of what is happening in Imo State, and for that reason they want to charge the DSS and the police to be straightforward, not to politicize the issue. He further stated that they have been told by their intelligence that the governor and his team are looking for scapegoats, the people that they can craft the blame and put it on their heads. Could you imagine? So he wanted to warn this should not be turned into a political witch hunting of the leaders of the state and former governors. According to Mbaka, the church leadership planned to keep him for 30 days. Charismatic Enugu priest, Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka, has disclosed that the authorities of the Enugu Catholic Diocese were behind his 2 days ordeal. Having reported that there was heavy protest in Enugu on Wednesday over the missing of the Catholic cleric, Mbaka, who addressed his parishioners at the Adoration Ground in Umahi, Enugu, said that he was summoned by the bishop from where he was kept incommunicado. That is, he was kept that in a way he cannot talk to anybody. Could you imagine? According to him, he said that the plan was to keep him for 30 days. That is, the Catholic Church has a detention camp. As a lot of issues were presented against him, after which the church leadership, led by Bishop Callistus Onaga, told him that he would remain indoors for 1 month, a period that would allow him to pray and meditate over his activities. Could you imagine? The priest said he requested to be allowed the opportunity to come and address his parishioners, after which he would shut down, but they said no. Being so worried of their situation, he also begged them to allow him send another priest to go and celebrate Mass for them. They also said no. However, Mbaka said that Bishop Onaga, upon seeing the protest over his predicament, allowed him to go. So he said that one of the things presented against him was that he blessed Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, of which he asked the bishop if he was the owner of his mouth, adding that he can't tell him whom to bless. If he's not happy with that he bless someone, he has his own mouth. He can curse the person. Wow. Mbaka settled this right. Let's review the stories we shared today. Umahi, acting like a saint, said the federal government should address the reason for the agitation. They said the reason is that the country's wealth, the country's national cake, the country's a part of the country is being marginalized. He said it, and that is why the agitation. But he still believes in Nigeria. He believes things can change. He said those agitating and thinking a breakup of the country and having a new country or several countries will make the countries better. That is not the case. That actually he still believes in Nigeria, and if things are done well, that there is hope for the upcoming generations. Add your comments. Tell us why Umahi is wrong on what he said. And PDP says Ebubeagu is being turned into a witch hunting tool and that Ebubeagu has no legal backing. According to PDP, it said Umahi only started Ebubeagu to witch hunt his political opponents. Ebubeagu might turn to become his militia, a tool he will use. Umahi is interested in the presidency, so Umahi could apply Ebubeagu against his opponents. And now that Umahi is even a member of the All Progressive Congress, APC, the ruling party, Ebubeagu could be used wrongly. So he said, according to PDP, Imo State, he said the right things were not done. Ebubeagu is not properly structured within the ambient of the Nigerian laws. Also, PDP passed same warning to Governor Hope Uzodinma not to politicize the Imo jailbreak. There are attempts, there are indications that Uzodinma wants to arrest a former governor of the state, trying to say he is behind the Imo State crisis, the jailbreak. The PDP has warned him not to politicize it, as he's trying to do. According to them, Uzodinma is looking for a scapegoat. He's looking for somebody to blame for the whole crisis in Imo. Meanwhile, it's a situation he didn't manage well. It escalated. Now he's looking for somebody to blame. Please, viewers, add your comment. Tell us what you think. Let's look at the last story today. The church leadership in Enugu planning to keep Mbaka for 30 days. I'm wondering if the church has a prison. I remember that during Christmas, if you throw knockouts, those fireworks, some of the times, if you throw it into the church on the wrong time, you could be caught and detained by the priest. You will spend your Christmas there or New Year Eve. But I'm surprised to hear Cleric Church plans to detain Mbaka. Or is there any detention facility in the church? And is it normal for the church to detain Mbaka? Is it normal to keep a priest? Is it normal to keep him incommunicado, not wanting him to address the people? And it appears as if not for the protests, massive protests, the bishop almost succeeded in keeping Mbaka for 30 days, not communicating with them. But according to them, he will use it to pray and reconcile with his maker. And according to what I learned from some of the priests, Mbaka has left his core. Mbaka is not his practices recently. It's against the church rules, and please, viewers, add your comment. Tell us what you think. This is where we draw the curtain for today. Please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, subscribe. Click on the bell icon to get our updates anytime it drops. Bye for now.